Yo.
Man, Hoffa in the building, man. Battle Rap Ranking, man. Battle Rap Ranking, what's going on? So, we got, man, Hoffa in the building. What's going on, Hoffa?
I'm chilling, bro. This gonna be on YouTube?
We live on YouTube, homie.
Alright, hold on. Let's go. Strictly for my Hoffa gang. Strictly for my Hoffa gang. Strictly for my Hoffa gang. Alright, we ready. Let's rock. Battle rap is like.
Fire.
Yeah, we need the link to that joke. Oh yeah, that's Hoffa gang. So that's the intro joint on for Pot Juice. That's Pot Juice. Yes, sir. But everybody know Pot Juice was a collection of songs that I recorded over the course of 4 years. From the time that I got banned, you want to hear audio of Smack talking shit about me, Charlamagne talking shit about me, other battle rappers and all that talking about what was going on. And the song that you hear next is what was going through my mind at the time. So it's a timeline of 4 years of collected songs that every time that something happened, from the disaster shit to the hollow shit to being banned to being brought back to the 3 for 3, it's all on there. So if you the type of nigga that miss sitting down and listen to a whole complete album where you can really soak up where nigga's mind is at and like take the gems that he's giving you out of real life, cop that. Podcast. Not powerful. Bidax. Alright. That's right, alright. Get it. So yeah. I was saying earlier, son, the ranking shit is tough. It's tough to do, my nigga. We gonna bring it right back to that. I'm not shitting on it because, like I said, I created a method too called the barcode, and I actually tried to push it to URL to make them judge battles so they could stop rebooking the same niggas after they get all crazy on the stage and shit don't work out or whatever. Like, we can actually have a ranking where niggas could say who's nice and who's not. But the reality of it is, it's tough for a nigga like me. If I created the Real Talk third rounds. Everybody that ever did a third round, saying I'ma talk to your soul. Say it again.
I think I can give you that. Yeah. I think you were one of the first to do it.
It ain't a thing, bro. It's a no. It's a no. There's nobody else that did that before me. I threw 2 jabs with T-Rex in the third round. I said, talk to this nigga's soul as me. And that's what it was. And ever since then, everybody, including Lux, including Mook, including Averb, including whoever you got on Mount Rushmore, has mimicked that pattern of doing Real Talk in the third round. That third round versus Rex even got an animated cartoon to it. Like,
that's a legendary round. That's a fact. Legendary round. And the tested times, fire.
Appreciate it. But here's the problem with that. If you a T-Rex fan, you might hear me talking about him losing his chain or being under Mook and think to yourself, I never thought like that. Or I don't know if that's true. So it might be a fake personal. So I'm not scoring no points for that. And then you have a corrupted system where there's no way of everybody coming to the same conclusion as far as who won a battle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think so. So a nigga like, if you got a matchup like Rum Nitty versus Big K, boom, you got it. Now sometimes Big K be trying to talk to niggas in the third too. Like, he spent the whole third round talking about Old Red taking his shit and not wiping his ass. That might have fucked them up for the whole battle. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, if you got niggas that all they do is punch and they don't go personal. They don't do this. Like, okay, let's say Rum Nitty versus Twerk. Then that's something that you could say, all right, we can apply the rankings accurately to this, and it would just be a matter of who get the references and who don't.
Right.
But other than that, battle rap is an art, and I could paint a masterpiece, and some people will see it and be like, oh, it's just paint on a wall, and other niggas will see it and be like, this shit is incredible. This shit changed my life. You dig what I'm saying?
I feel you. Hey, you can hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying when it comes to everybody coming to one conclusion, right? That's almost impossible. But when it comes to, like, a consensus, what I do is, like, majority wins. So before I rank them or move them anywhere, I try to go by a consensus. That's pretty much like whoever the majority say won. And I try to take out the biased opinions, too. I know you've been in the league long enough. You can look at the comments and pretty much see who's being biased, or you can listen to somebody and kind of figure who's being biased or not by how they talking about the other. Right?
Look, I'll tell you, a biased nigga would rather tell me that I lost or a battle rapper that they lost than tell the other nigga that they won. You see what I'm saying?
That's kind of crazy.
So I see that a lot. I see that a whole lot. But yeah, but I commend you because I watched a lot of battle rap rankings videos.
What you think about, like, the majority, and is that a safer way to do it? Because you're kind of right. There's no way you can get everybody on the same page because it's subjective or objective, whatever you want to call it.
I mean, it's still kind of like, it still depends on the majority ruling. That's cool, but it's still no way to, like, tell who's unbiased, because sometimes it's a popularity contest. Sometimes the majority of niggas would say another nigga won because he's more popular. You dig what I'm saying? Like, if anybody ever watch Hitman versus what's this nigga's name, man? The nigga him for 50,000. What's the nigga name?
Oh, I know who you talking about.
Casino. Most of the battle rap world would probably say Hitman won, just off of the strength that he's the popular nigga. But in reality, Casino took that.
I'm gonna speak for myself. I'm gonna speak for myself. This Mel Love, I had Casino winning clear, and I
you had him winning clear.
About that. Casino winning clear.
Right. So here's the issue. The day that battle happened, or the day that battle dropped, who was all these niggas that Hitman was retweeting that he won? You dig what I'm saying?
But man,
for sure, his fans.
Right. So sometimes it's a popularity contest. So as much as I would love to say I could judge all these battles accurately as a nigga that been in this sport from basically the beginning, there's still some shit that it's not gonna be 100% across the board. Everybody's gonna agree on.
Do you remember when did you run into this problem? Like, what battle you was actually doing, applying your system to it, and you was like, wow. Do you remember what battle, or?
Loaded Lux and Calico. If I went off of bars, if I just went off of bars, then Cal got it. But if I went off of Lux's intricacy and what he was saying in that third round, Lux got it. Now the majority of people are gonna say Lux got it because of what he was saying. But at the end of the day, it's crazy because, like, picture me constructing 3 rounds of no punches, but just talking about a nigga personally, and this nigga's punching. Deep down, I might be hitting a nigga in the soul, like, I might be talking about a nigga relationship with his moms to the point where at the end of the second round, this nigga's like, yo, as soon as this battle done, I gotta call my moms. You know what I'm saying? Like, that could be going down, but their fans is gonna watch it and say, oh, this nigga was punching his head off. I don't go for the other shit. You dig what I'm saying? Like how do you judge T-Top and Rum Nitty?
The angle.
The third round, T-Top. And the first is debatable, and the second was clear to run.
The first was debatable.
Yeah.
To me, the first wasn't debatable. I felt like Rum took it. But clearly for me, I feel like T-Top wasn't hitting too crazy in his first. But when he got to that Walmart shit, it wasn't too many metaphors, wasn't too many similes, wasn't too much wordplay till the self-checkout. It was just a lot of shit that he was talking about the nigga. So how do we make that stretch across the board? We can't.
But they kind of already do. Like, those type of rounds already, majority people say they get it. Like, even the battle rapper himself on the opposite end would usually give that person that third. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Isn't that one of your kind of rounds? One of them talk to him third?
Definitely.
Even though you look at angle. So how can you, alright.
But I definitely feel like T-Top took the third. Definitely feel like it. You know? But, again, there's probably niggas, if you go on Rum Nitty's Twitter, and you go around the date that battle happened, you're going to see him retweeting niggas that say Rum Nitty 3-0.
Nah, you've been around long enough to know that that's why we're called fans, right?
No. I think fans is short for fanatic. It makes sense.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And some fans are open-minded, and some people, others are like, no, my man won no matter what. So the thing is, how do you differentiate the two types of fans?
Nah, but it's not so much how do you differentiate the two types of fans. It's just whether we can call this shit a sport or not. And the reality is, and I'm sad to say it, we can't.
But look, man, all we need is a win and losses. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just like in any sport, somebody can really lose, but the judges say that they lost. So it doesn't really matter if you be like, my man really, like in boxing, for instance, my man really won. It doesn't really matter. The judges gave it to this person. So you got to get respected judges or a respected panel to judge the battles. And then you think it can work that way?
Like neutral judges. But there's never going to be neutral judges, bro. There's nobody that's ever judged a battle that was completely neutral. Jay Black has his favorites. You watch his blogs, and you will see that.
That's a fact.
Reagan's pretty neutral. Reagan's pretty neutral, though. I'll tell you that. You can do it for a while.
Hey, man, can I ask you a question?
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
My fault, y'all. My phone had went out. Let me ask you this. When you judge a battle, do you judge the initial watch, like the first watch, then you watch it one more, two more, four more? How do you judge a battle?
It depends on the battle. If a battle's close, you should watch it more than once.
Right.
If it's obvious, there's no need.
Okay, so how did you judge Verb and Lux?
Lux I only saw one time, and I would say if I had to lean towards anybody, I would lean towards Verb.
Oh, okay, I'm glad you said that, because my man, he was with you. My man text, he was with you. I'm glad you said that. Okay.
Why would you lean towards Verb? Because I feel like Lux declined throughout that battle.
That's a fact. That's how
third round, I don't know where he went. Like, that shit confuses the fuck out of me. I don't know how niggas be having 6 months to write a battle, and you can't come up with that shit. Most niggas, like me, most of the time, I got like a month to 2 months.
Right.
You got 6 months to write for this nigga. And that's the third you come up with. Okay. That was kind of disappointing.
So off the third alone, that's why you would lean towards Aver.
Yeah, I'd say when it's a close battle, the round that is the most clear, whoever that goes to, won the battle. It was the same thing with Mook and Verb. The clearest round was the first. The other two you could debate. But the clearest round was the first. And that's why I gave Verb that battle. I understand what Mook was doing.
That's crazy.
The complexity in what he was doing was awesome. But at the same time, there was still certain shit that you'd be like, nigga, why would you write that after you wrote that? You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Whiskey business? I'm not feeling that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not feeling that. That's you trying to make me stretch too far to like what you're doing. Nah, bro. Nah. I wasn't feeling whiskey business. You know what I'm saying? But for the rest of the shit, the clearest round was the first. Clearest. Second round up in the air. Third round, Mook went a couple different places, whether you believe his personals or not. From what I understand, Verb's mom has never been in a dyke, so I don't get it. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. There's a certain reality factor to me. Like if a nigga was to ask me, yo, Jay-Z and Nas, I would say Jay-Z. Even though I know Ether was fire. Niggas around me was jumping in the trash can head first when that dropped. Niggas was hitting play on that shit and jumping head first in the trash can because it was just crazy. You know what I mean? But fact-wise, when Jay dropped Super Ugly, there's a saying in Brooklyn, you can't talk about it if you ain't live it. Jay was saying like, yo, I really did that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really left condoms in your baby mom's in your baby seat, my nigga. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah,
just to think about, just to be able to say that to a nigga is crazy. You know what I mean? That kind of deletes all that, oh, you 36 and you in a karate class, Tabo, trying to work it out. It sound good, my nigga, but this nigga really got your big mom's bit, my nigga. Like,
yeah, but you say to the impact, though, like, the impact of this shit. Like, Ether, it became almost like a verb, you feel me? Like, damn, you got Ether, my man, like,
nah, that's
what I'm saying? My fault if I chose the wrong word, but you get what I'm saying? The impact of it.
It's a definite, but that goes to show, like, a personal preference is what's going to separate how we decide what's clear and what's not. My personal preference was, I like when a nigga tell the truth.
Okay, I see what you say.
But in that battle,
make it that much better. It make it that like
root to it.
Like let's say you watch a movie, my nigga, and this nigga's doing some fantastic, awesome shit. You like, whoa, this movie's lit. And then at the end they say this was based on a true story. You're gonna be like, yo, whoever this was based on is the fucking truth. That nigga's the truth.
Yeah, like this month.
Like, you did this in real life, my nigga? You the truth. You know what I mean? But for some niggas, they'll be like, nah, I like Avengers better than that. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I get what you saying.
Well, hold on, y'all didn't catch the truth in the Ether record? I mean, I understand someone sleep with somebody's baby mom, but that has happened. But ain't no one ever put Jay-Z out there like that. Like the fact that he was talking about how Jay-Z was trying to be him, the first album with the Reasonable Doubts, trying to be Puffy, the second album. There was a lot of shit that went on that Ether record that
we can't say that's
said,
true.
hey, I lost.
But we can't say that's true because let's go back to in my lifetime. Hov had bottles of Cristal on a boat.
Facts.
Before Puff was doing it.
No, but he was talking about the shiny suit shit. Remember on the Sunshine video, on the second album, the first two cuts that came off of it, Puffy pretty much executive produced that album. They was trying to do everything Puff doing during that time because Bad Boy was hot.
Nah, they was trying to see if the formula would work for Hov. I get it.
It was wearing shiny suits. That's the truth of it.
But let's rewind. Where did niggas get platinum chains from? So if you want to say Puffy gave birth to the shiny suits, I personally have never seen Hov in a shiny suit, but you know, I do know niggas was jacking that.
Yeah,
but I personally never seen Hov in some ridiculous shit like Mace was wearing. You know what I'm saying? I seen Hov in big coats. I seen Hov in a Versace. But I never seen him in a shiny suit. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
so
the whole town was that. Hey, man.
In my lifetime?
Yeah. Hey, I'm glad y'all brought it back to that era, right? Hey, man, this battle rap junkie, right?
Right.
I mean,
right.
Now, getting into it, since you go back in the culture, I wanted to go back a little bit and get back to you. How did you come into the whole battle rap thing, bro? How did you get started? Because a lot of people might not know your story, bro. Or where you coming from with this? Like, I want to know how you got started, what you came up with in this shit.
I was a young nigga trying to get a deal. You know what I mean? I was in a hood for the most part, but I met a couple people that was connected, and they would invite me to like video shoots and get me to sign like forms and shit so I could get paid for just being there. So I started doing that, popping out to certain video shoots. If you look close, you could probably find me in what's this nigga name? The video Get the Fuck Up. Simon Says Get the Fuck Up. I'm in the crowd wilding. I'm probably like 17 or some shit like that at that time. Black Rob, whoa, I'm in that.
What?
Cool J.
Oh no.
Cool J. The joint where it was for any get off me, you can't hold me. I'm in that. While I was at that video shoot, like at all the video shoots, there would be a cypher on the side because mad rappers used to show up to the shit. Niggas used to come with the rappers that they was their video. They would have their little entourage or whatever, and somehow a cypher would get started, and that's what I used to look for. To get in that cypher, cook as many niggas as I can, so like the stars of the video will recognize me or whatever, right? So I done had Busta Rhymes dap me up like way back. Like, yo, you fire. You know what I'm saying? Missy Hot Boys video, we had ciphers there, but at the Cool J shit, the head off for Def Jam was there. Wow. His name was Bimmy Anthony. If you do your research, Bimmy Anthony was part of the Supreme Team. He was one of them niggas who was getting money. He crossed over into the music industry. So while I'm in that cypher, it's me and there's a nigga named back then he was called Tiki Dama. He changed his name to Tiki Diamonds, and he started ghostwriting for mad people at Def Jam. But it was me and him that was roasting everybody in the cypher. So after a while, the cypher started out like 8 niggas. After a while, it was just me and him going back and forth. So a nigga taps me on the shoulder, I turn around, I'm like, yo, what up? He was like, yo, let me holler at you real quick. I'm like, yo, hold on, because I'm in the middle of the cypher. I'm trying to get crazy. And another nigga tapped me and was like, yo, that's Bimmy Anthony, the head A&R Def Jam. You need to go holler at him. So I went, I hollered at him. You know what I mean? The nigga told me come down to the office and all that shit. I brought my demo, and he listened to it with his mans in the room. It was like, yo, this this little nigga remind me of Biggie, but he more lyrical. Like he got that Brooklyn shit going on. You know what I'm saying? And that was one of the best days of my life when he said that shit. He was like, "Yo, I'm gonna try to get you a deal." But I was a young nigga. I was still caught up with other shit. So there was times where he needed me to be on deck for shit, and you know I bypassed it or whatever because I just figured I was nice. Wasn't nothing gonna change that. I'm gonna be nice forever. So shit gonna come to me regardless. That's the problem with nice niggas. You always gonna think that shit just gonna come to you. So after that fell through, I had meetings with Columbia, I had meetings with Bad Boy, I had meetings with all types of niggas. I've been in the studio with Foxy, I've been in the studio with Loon, I've been in the studio with Puff, I've been in the studio with you name it. You know what I'm saying? In the background, either writing some shit, like when Benzino got into that shit with Eminem, he called me.
Oh shit.
You dig what I'm saying? Like I was the young nigga doing that. You know what I mean? The only other nigga that was really moving around like that, huh?
Did you write his bars?
I didn't write his bars. I wrote a 50-bar diss record to Eminem because he made it sound like he was gonna fall back. Cause mind you, before that, I was supposed to be on the Rock the Party remix, the joint with him and Lil Kim. I recorded my verse and all that already. You know what I'm saying? Then that shit went down. He called me up. He's like, "Yo, Mav, you a lyrical monster. Come through and chew this nigga. I'm not focused on him. I'm focused on trying to get these hit singles out." And I said, "Oh, I get to skip the shiny suits? Perfect." So I wrote 50 bars, came through, the Hangman 3. They made the beat. It was like some funeral type music. I recorded the shit. And then I came back in the next for the mix. And this nigga Zeno lost his mind. He was like, "Yo, check the shit I recorded last night. Yo, I got these other niggas that's dissing them. Rest in peace, Huddy Combs. Yo, I got a record with Huddy dissing them too. Yo, I got these other niggas called Uno Dos. They dissing them in Spanish." I'm like, "Yo, my nigga, what you doing?" He was like, "Yo, I'm gonna put out a whole CD with the next issue of The Source of niggas just dissing them. Check out the artwork." And it was the artwork with him with the fro holding up Eminem's head. And I was like, "Nah, so I ain't trying to be part of this shit, my nigga. You know what I mean? Like, fuck is you doing? Like, this shit corny. You making it corny. You know what I mean? I ain't telling him he was making it corny, but I was like, I can't be a part of that, my nigga. Take my shit off." And he was like, "But I got your joint right before mine and da-da-da." I was like, "Nah, son, you got all these other niggas doing." Nah, son, I ain't trying to be like all these unknown. It seemed like I'm clout chasing.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It became a circus at the time.
Right. I understand you gonna fall back and just co-sign me and be like, "Yo, M, I ain't even gonna say a word to you, my nigga. I got my young boy on deck. This how it's going down, nigga. Man, let's get it." If that was the case, we on. But you got niggas dissing them in Spanish, my nigga? I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? I'm out. This shit crazy. You know what I mean? So that was that. But that's my history. I bounced around a lot. So for me, I knew them niggas. But as far as like every A&R and everybody in the fucking building didn't know who the fuck I was. So I took a lot of meetings where niggas was like, "Who are you?" I go in another meeting, niggas like, "Who are you?" I fucking play my records that's talking about my life, but because my life was kind of like lined up with the niggas that was poppity. Okay, you sold drugs, you robbed, you from Brooklyn. We got a million niggas like that saying the same thing. So I'm like, you know what? These niggas don't know me. They don't know if I'm just rapping. So I'm not taking no more meetings until niggas know who the fuck I am. So my manager was like, "Damn, how we gonna do this?" I was like, "Yo, we drop a mixtape or something." He was like, "You know what? There's this new shit called the Fight Club. I want you to get in on that."
Wow.
I was like, "Alright." So I went through a couple times. I checked it out. And in between that time, another nigga called me and was like, yo, niggas is doing a battle movie. I want you to come through and spit for these niggas. So I went through, I spit for them niggas, and they already had the lead star. They called the lead star and was like, yo, we gonna pass on you, bro. We got somebody else that we wanna run with. So that was the Rap War 1 shit. Rap War 1 came out, when was it, 90, not 94, it was like 2004, 2005, through Maverick Platinum. But it was an indie movie at first. It got shot to the ABFF, American Black Film Festival, and out there we met a couple movie reps, and we met the niggas from Maverick, and they was like, yo, we want to buy this movie for $90,000. So they bought the movie for $90,000. They licensed it to Stars. The shit ran on Stars for like 3 years. There's certain fans that I have that been my fans since that movie. You know what I'm saying? But that was my thing. I got into battle rap to like really get my name out there. But music was the shit that I wanted to do. But once battle rap started cutting checks, it was like, why not just do this? Because the music shit, it seemed like if you don't got 100,000 behind you, like niggas is just not gonna be fucking with you. There was a lot of talent that came through them offices, and if like the budget that they was given wasn't enough to make them pop, because there was so many other niggas that was already there controlling the scene. And believe it, a nigga will hear you and be like, where you from? Oh damn, that's where I'm from. Nah, don't fuck with him. I'm trying to be the king of that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You feel like that's missing in battle rap now? Like that, battling to make it, like that grittiness of it, you feel like that's missing?
I think battle rap got a lot, like real gay over the past 5 years.
Well, why say that?
Bro. Because Twitter used to be the spot where shit started. These niggas be sucking each other dick all day long, like, oh, I think that this nigga's the greatest, and da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, nigga, this used to be a blood sport. Like, anybody get it. ABG, my nigga, like, anybody get it. Nah, it's like certain niggas is homeboys, certain niggas is cool with you, or certain niggas want to act like they cool with you so they don't have to battle you. Like, shit corny.
You feel like that's happening a lot? Like people joining groups just so they won't battle a certain person?
No, I think it's clout chasing, to be honest. Like, certain niggas, I'm not gonna say it. Let me rewind that. Because I like the group shit, because I see where it's going. Eventually, it's gonna be tour cards. I saw that coming a long time ago. That's why NYB was created.
Yeah, I hate to cut you off right there. I hate to cut you off. Why you ain't pick who the latest person you picked up, and why ain't you? Because you pretty good with people. It would seem like your team would be strong right now because you involved in the sport. I see you everywhere.
Well,
so like, why don't you pick up people? What's up with that?
The thing with me is my standard line is too high. If I might feel like you nice, but I gotta be able to build with you. You could be nice and a fucking bozo. If you a fucking bozo, I can't deal with you. You know what I mean? I invested my time into a battle rapper that was getting hot for a little while. I'm not gonna say his name. And then he did some bozo shit and had me looking for the nigga in the streets. So that shit kind of gave me a bad taste, and I was like, nah, I can't do this shit. And plus, like, when NYB didn't start off as rap niggas, it started off as street niggas. And when I started incorporating rap niggas, a lot of my street niggas was like, yo, these niggas bozos.
Right.
I can't fuck with this. This nigga's fake. This nigga look like he'll call the cops. This nigga that. But I'm like, yo, but you know, niggas rap, niggas that. And to be honest, like years later, I'm like, damn, these niggas is right. That shit crazy.
It came back to haunt you, man.
It came back to haunt me. It came back to haunt me. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? I think that, and to a certain extent, a nigga might join your crew. Like, you can't tell me there's not niggas on Cave Gang that Rock Spot. You can't tell me there's not niggas on fucking the Goonies that wish they had twerk spot. Right now, it look good and it sound good, but give them niggas a couple years and there'll be turmoil because one, this shit is not based on we really homeboys. This shit is based on we battle rappers. And battle rappers are not fucking armies. They're one-man soldiers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Man, it's crazy that you said that, cause that's the reason people respect like groups like Team Hami and even y'all NYB,
Right.
and for a long time Dot Mob, cause the unity was crazy, and like you said, every empire's fall, right? So like we seen it with Dot Mob, we kind of seen it with y'all. Team Hami still strong, so I see what you're saying with that point. But
here's the issue with Team. Here's the reason why I feel like Team Hami so strong. Is nobody on Team Hami really cracked through that was there from the rip.
Oh, okay, I see what you're trying to say.
You know what I mean? They incorporated Rum Nitty, but Rum Nitty was already on his way. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah, you saying like if somebody was to really like blow up, like then you'll see people like kind of like Danger Zone say like you watch who you stand in front of, you watch who you stand behind.
Right, that's a fact.
Like that.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And you've seen it with Writer's Block. You've seen it with pretty much all the groups that's been around for a while. You'll see some sort of inner turmoil. My opinion, I feel like Big T would be in a better spot if he wasn't NWX.
Man, that's a tough one, because I feel like Big T's like the head writer.
The head writer over there, right?
Yeah, I feel like I hear it in all their styles, but I didn't say that. This wasn't about love.
Right, but how much bread do you get as being it's a difference. Like, if there was money in being a battle rap coach, I'd have took that a long time ago. Oh yeah, I know you a clown. I know you ain't never bust no hammer, but let me coach you on how to do this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Then
there ain't no real bread in that.
Then you'll just turn into wrestling.
Right, but that's kind of like where they wanted to go. They wanted to go to wrestling.
I see what you're saying. They're trying, yeah.
Right, where you don't have to take this shit serious. But then you got niggas that want to get up there and really speak some real shit and change motherfuckers' lives, see?
So you...
Them niggas is not gonna appreciate. They not gonna appreciate this wrestling shit that you trying to add on to it. This shit started in the streets. This is how street niggas made a name. Keep it at that. You start incorporating all these goofy looking niggas, and then everybody gonna feel like they could do this shit. And that's where it's getting to right now. Everybody feel like they can do this shit.
My fault, man. To touch on it real fast. My fault, y'all. I know I got a lot of questions. So you feel like they taking the street element out of battle rap?
That's a definite. That's a definite.
So this shit gonna become the industry pretty much. That if that's how you're putting.
I'm gonna show you the signs. I'm gonna show you the signs of it becoming an industry. Everybody sounding the same, and it's cool. Everybody either doing Twerk's flow or K-Shaw's flow, or you hearing new niggas coming up, and you don't mind that they sound just like somebody else that's already out there.
Right.
That's where the industry shit comes in, where it's cookie cutter. We don't care if you're original or not. We just want it to be one message, and that is a message of complete bullshit. Where you're not saying nothing for real.
Why do we
nothing for real?
Why do we
You know what I mean?
embrace your rhymes? Why do we still embrace you so hard then? I see the community, like especially this year, when you're not stumbling, you bringing your A game, they embrace you still. So I don't get it. Like, I think the
embrace me to what? Embrace what point though? Like when you say, I expect people to embrace me when I do a job. You know what I'm saying? But does that mean that I get the matchups that I want from niggas? Does that mean that they force niggas to battle me? Does that mean that they say, yo, we gotta put in the call for this? Cause then again, I would be on Summer Impact then.
Oh shit, I was gonna ask you that. So you not on Summer Impact?
No, I'm not.
Oh shit, that's crazy. I wanted to touch on something you said. Yeah, that's a fact before you came on. But since you said you was the matchups I want, what do you say to the people that felt like after fucking Hollow, like, dog, you get high, like, come on, bro.
Yeah, I get it. I understood what Heavy Half, what that was. That was like a test of the Atlanta crowd before the next card.
But
you know what I mean?
Was that booked before the big battle, or was that something that came after?
That was booked during my writing process for Hollow.
So that was booked. So that was pretty much booked before, right?
Right. It wasn't booked after. Like I didn't just get off the stage with Hollow and he said, "Yo, I got another matchup for you. It's Heavy Half." Nah, the nigga called me before. He was like, "Look."
I was about to say, it still kind of feel like that. Like, why you writing for Hollow? You writing for Hollow and you get that call, you was like, you actually entertain it? Like, yeah. Like, no way.
I entertained it because it was like a contingency. Like, I don't know what's going to happen with this Hollow battle. You know what I'm saying? But I got a responsibility to my family to keep the checks coming in. So if a nigga's going to overpay me to battle a nigga that y'all don't know, then yeah, I'll take that.
Oh no, we know Heavy Half. We not disrespecting him. We just saying in terms of, bro, you just went from Hollow. That's one of the biggest matchups. You feel me? Like, I'm expecting Mook. Call out Mook. The history is there. Y'all from the same city. Like, what's going on?
I can't force Mook to battle me. At the end of the day, he got to say yes, or the niggas that call him got to call him with just me as the option.
So when you and ARP was having that little conversation y'all had, was that the reason? Like, yo, I want Mook, make it happen?
I've been saying that. Mook even made comments that he want to battle me, but you don't know what's real and what's not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah, I'm just
like, Tay-Rock done stood in front of me and like, yeah, nigga, Tay-Rock done called me out on stage. After he battled John, he was like, yo, Smack, Math is next. I want Math next. But that don't mean that the league is going to say, we going to do that. You know what I'm saying?
So you saying Tay-Rock don't want no smoke?
I'm not saying I think Tay-Rock will take the smoke with pretty much anybody because his style is not a personal style. Yeah, even though I feel like the moments where he do get personal is good, like during a Hollow battle, his best round was the second round. But he started that off going personal. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah, he leveled up in his round. Like, he started off personal, and then he went into his shit.
Then he went into his, you know what I mean? Right. Now, in the case of a Heavy Half, I knew a lot of niggas was going to be like, oh, Math can only beat niggas if it's fucking personal. Here's somebody I don't know two shits, I don't know nothing about. Let's see what happened. I 30'd him. You know what I mean? A Heavy Half is not like a... But in the past, the biggest challenge for me was writing for niggas I didn't give two fucks about.
Okay, like the motivation, like it's not there.
Right.
You don't really
so
know.
It was like a test. Like, yo, Math, I know you've been wanted this Hollow battle. But let me see if your writing game is just up. Here's heavy half. If you can figure out how to fight and be prepared for this nigga for 3 rounds, then there's the next big bag coming.
So it's safe to say that you got a big battle coming up or not?
No, Charlie was the next big bag.
Can y'all hear me?
Yo, Hoffa, what up, baby? Y'all in the building. I can't complain, man. Hey, as a battle rapper myself who got Bill Collector coming up, I just wanted to ask you, on Bad Legacy 3, but that's not the point. As a battle rapper, I wanted to ask you, when you say you wasn't motivated because of the name, but the check isn't motivation enough?
Nah, because every check ain't the same. Every check ain't the same, my nigga. Like, if you just got 15,000 for one nigga, and then niggas turn around and offer you 6 for no name, you might think like, yeah, it's 6,000, but it's not 15. You dig what I'm saying? There's a $9,000 difference between that shit, and depending on what your expenses are, like I don't know about the rest of these niggas, I got a lot of kids. The only nigga got more kids than me is Averb and Danny. You know what I'm saying? I gotta take care of them. So, the same reason you see, like, okay, Verb just beat Lux, and he might possibly be matched up with DNA. He might possibly be matched up with DNA, right? Or he beat Mook and then Gage, a nigga that y'all never heard of from Chicago.
Definitely heard of him.
Gage is fire, by the way. If anybody in this shit is connected to Gage, send a word out, because I don't know the nigga Twitter, I don't know his Instagram or nothing, but let that nigga know, I hear you, fam. You fire.
Yeah,
he rocking.
You
know what I mean? So, the check is not necessarily the motive. It depends on what kind of money you used to getting. I came into this shit from hustling. So, the first check for me was T-Rex, right? That was 5,000. Second check, 5,000. Off the rip.
That's crazy.
Averb. Because at the time,
how much was the tickets for that event?
The tickets for that event, it wasn't no tickets. It was invite.
You just walked up to that joint, right?
Yeah, it was a list.
Oh,
like,
okay.
I mean, if it wasn't on the list, you had to talk to somebody and try to get you in or whatever. I think at the end of the day, they just let everybody in to make the crowd look like it was serious. You know what I mean?
So they made no profit up there.
They made profit off of the YouTube, and at the time, they had a sponsor who just wanted to see the shit happen, because me and Rex was going back and forth on World Star for like a year. You know what I mean? And niggas was like, yo, when is this shit gonna happen? One time tried to pick it up, but they didn't have the bread on deck on the date that they were supposed to. So that was a breach of contract. And, you know, niggas
hit PH, right? PH?
Yeah. Rest in peace, PH.
That's a fact.
Whoever he was working with at the time let him down. You know what I'm saying? And we was looking at it like, damn, we wanted it to happen, my nigga, but we gotta keep searching for who actually got the bag. You know what I mean? And
so at that point, that was the first time you paid?
That was the first time. And so Iron Solomon, free. Iron Solomon was free. Those, free.
Wow.
Fight Club battles, Jones, fucking Fox 5, who else did I battle in there? Nems, what's the other nigga name? I forget his name, but it's on YouTube.
It was all free, so
they was all free.
And you went straight to 5 stacks from being free?
From 5 stacks to being free.
Why is that?
Being free to
those 5 stacks? Or he just offer you that? What happened?
Yeah,
how you just talk about
it?
Say it again?
Did you ask for that?
Yeah.
What gave you the balls to do that? Like you just took a leap? Like how you go from free? How you go from free to 5 stacks? That's big ball.
We was doing crazy numbers on World Star dissing each other. People wanted to see it. People wanted to see it. And you gotta remember back then, Smack was still doing DVDs. So for him, it was like, I record this battle, I put it out on a DVD, or I put it on whatever, and I'm gonna make my money back. But to be honest, Smack wasn't paying for it. I didn't talk to Smack about money until Calico. Smack was not the nigga that I talked to about bread.
Okay.
It was another nigga named Swag. Free Swag. He locked up right now, but Swag was the nigga who was putting up all the money, and me and him had a relationship.
I was just saying that Swag. Yep, I remember.
Remember Swag?
You know what I mean?
The lottery. That's the nigga that hit the lottery, right?
Yeah, something like that. So, so Swag was the nigga I went from 5 to 7.5, and then for Calico, I had to talk with Smack, and then I dropped down to 2,000.
So T-Rex got 5 too. I know he was running around asking for 5. That's not why you asked for 5, or you just came up like, how did you come up with that number? Like 5?
Yeah, that's still stuck there. How you go from 3 to 5, bro?
I know Rex was running around saying he wanted 5, going crazy.
I mean, you think about it back then, right? Who's dropping videos? Dipset, G-Unit, these niggas rocking. Then me and Rex dropped some shit, talking shit about each other, and we pretty much doing close to the same numbers that they doing. Why not? That battle did 6 million views on World Star in 2 days.
Facts.
So y'all pretty much took advantage of the market.
Right.
So at this point,
but again, we was going back and forth for damn near a whole year. For like a whole year.
So at that point, is it safe to say that's when you knew, oh, this is something, we on to something? Because I'm pretty sure at first
I didn't know. I was like, oh, I got some free money. But I was still doing what I was doing as far as like street shit. But the chick I was with at the time was like, look, my nigga, since I known you, all your niggas been locked up. I don't want to go through that with you. You could get money off of this shit. Just do that. Leave the other shit alone. And then
legit money.
When she planted the seed, it was like certain shit started happening. Niggas I was doing business with, I get locked up. Connects was changing. Like stupid shit was just going on. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the reason I'm asking is because at that time everybody was chasing a deal, and it seems like Rex and some of the other guys who stayed in battle rap, you seem to know where it was going. Like it's like you kind of saw the deal ain't where it's at. This is where it's at. Is that true?
Nah, cause I was still trying to get a deal up until like when I went on my run after I took the L to Calico, and cause that was like the breakdown of my life. That's when I let everything go. I let everything go after Verb, and it was just taking too long to get the money back. And then I was hitting niggas up like, yo, what's up, man? I got this car coming up. They're like, Calico, we only got 2,000 for you. I'm like, 2,000? What the fuck is that? But I had kids. It was summertime. I took it. There was mad shit going on. And it was at the end of the day, it was a bad decision. I don't regret it because I probably wouldn't have went on a crazy run that I did after if that didn't happen. But it wasn't the best decision at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like walking into a battle when you got street drama going on, your living situation crazy. You know what I mean? Like your health ain't good. Like it's just too much.
Okay, so
and I had this confidence that was stupid. My confidence was stupid. Like I walked into that building that day with blood on my face. Niggas looking at me like, Math, you alright? And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I was not good.
He still represented though.
Salute.
Like, and got booed like he ain't never been on top of his shit. Hey, but
Exactly.
rewind.
Got moved like I never been on top of my chain. You know what I mean? I'm not.
But hold on for a second. You missed. Rewind that time for me. So you still looking for a deal even after you got the 5? It didn't click that this is.
Yeah, I was in talks with Bad Boy for a long time. Right before they broke down and Puff just he didn't want to do Bad Boy no more. Like niggas was still, the A&Rs was still asking for music from me. I mean, up until last month, niggas from Def Jam was like, yo, what's up? Send me some shit. I heard your Pot Juice project. Send me some shit or whatever. Cause all a nigga really need is the push. You know what I'm saying? So, but music is like, it's not the same urgency I had when I was younger because there's so much other shit that's going on now. It's different. If I make music, I'm gonna make music to try to change somebody's life. I ain't just gonna make some bullshit.
Well, it seemed like you and Rex knew what battle rap was going, and when everybody else was chasing a deal, you all made it. You know what I'm saying? You made battle rap cool to do it. You made it a living, and y'all arguably getting more than these, you know, industry niggas. So it just seemed y'all kind of prophesized that shit. That's what I was asking. Was that intentional?
At the time, yeah. When we saw after me and Rex happened, we saw the matchups. We saw how many people was getting involved. We saw the new leagues starting up. We saw leagues all over the world. It was like, yo, hold on. But it didn't really hit me until like, okay, Norbs is managing me. After Calico, I relied on Norbs to find me a battle. And for like 9 months, he couldn't find me nothing. And I was like, what the fuck is going on, son? Like, you telling me these niggas, like, niggas trying to shut me out? Like, what's going on? So I started getting on the horn myself. I lined up the Marv 1 shit. And after Marv 1, my phone just started ringing. And if it wasn't ringing, I started making phone calls. And I lined up 10 big battles in 1 year. But I had them shit set up from like January. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
From Marv 1 to Arsenal.
You line them up yourself.
I lined them up myself. I went from Marv 1 to Arsenal to Paste to Dose Part 2. Niggas tried to rape me on that. I had to put my foot down. To Shotgun Suge, to Hitman Holla, to Shotty Horror, to John, to Daylight, and then to Sirius Jones, and then a little bit after that, K-Sean on a beat in Atlanta.
Did you ever get a reason from Norbs as to why it took so long when you just lined all these up that quick?
My nigga, I stopped caring. I was like, okay, my nigga, I see how it's going. I see you going with, me and Norbs kind of split apart. Like, he started becoming, I told Norbs, like, yo, for us to really, like, pop, you got to become a popping manager. And for him to become a popping manager, what he clung to was Smack. And once his duties over there started, like, moving and everything started moving in that direction, he kind of left me high and dry. So I was like, alright, you in with the team right now, but you telling me you can't get me a match. Alright, I gotta do this shit myself. Otherwise, I'm gonna just be dead out here in the water. So I started making phone calls. Yo, Poison Pen, what's up? What you got going on? Yeah, we doing something for Smack's birthday. Yo, who you can get me on that? Yo, I can get you Marv 1. Alright, cool, boom, let's set it up. Let's do a door split, whatever. Let's battle too. Right. And then from there,
manager? Classic.
Yeah.
What about
another manager?
I never got another manager after that.
To this day?
To this day. Because I felt like
you could do that shit.
I realized I could do that. I could do what was being me and a lot more. And unless I run into somebody who's really like nigga, I'm gonna work just as hard as you. It don't make no sense. Cause a nigga, like, if I take a manager that's less famous than me, all he gonna do is milk me for my contacts. That's it.
What was the percentages with the managers? What's the average percentage now with the battle rappers? Whoever got managers now? Was it like 10, 15% or something?
I can't give you quotes on what other people getting. I really can't. So I don't know what they doing. I don't know what Rome. I don't know if Rome is getting checks off. Or I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what these niggas is doing. So I couldn't tell you.
What about contracts, man? Like, you ever been under a contract?
Never. Wait. I've been under agreements, but never under contract.
Oh, so like verbal agreements or like written, like just.
So I had a 3-battle agreement. Last year I had a 3-battle agreement with the King of the Dot, but they didn't stop me from going anyplace else.
Oh, that's fire.
Oh, okay. That is fire.
Do you feel like that's a mistake all the up and comers are doing, like signing these contracts and not being able to move, like when there's all this money to be made for battling?
I think that it depends on your path. You dig what I'm saying? Like, some niggas is gonna be Nipsey Hussle, some niggas is gonna be Big Sean. In a way that Nipsey said, I'm not signing to none of y'all niggas until I see what I could do by myself. And some niggas is gonna be like, the first time you see me, for real, I'm gonna be introduced under this umbrella. So Big Sean got success, and Nipsey got success. However, if you were saying who was the better hustler, I would say Nipsey.
Yeah.
Right.
You want that groundwork. You
right.
Put on
I can guarantee you, once Nipsey signed, I can guarantee you his deal was way better than Big Sean's first deal. So if you go and get under a contract, have something to leverage, or you gonna get raped.
But
you know what I mean?
But did it equal up to all the money that Big Sean already made from having the deal out the gate?
Nah, but he had a deal out the gate, and it worked for him. However, you don't know how much he's splitting up. Because at the end of the day, we not in these niggas' cribs every day. We not checking their bank account. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of Big Sean's that didn't pop and was fucked up after that. How many Nipsey Hustles was fucked up? You know what I'm saying? Nipsey said, yo, I think that I could get this money without these niggas. I'm gonna go see what I could do. And once I see what I could do, if the niggas wanna holler at me, then they gotta holler at me with more than what I could do myself. So for some of these niggas, it's gonna work out in their favor if they got a backup plan. Cause I guarantee you they're not gonna be getting the same